been more drama today at the Section 194 committee, which reconvened. The committee now considering reporting the Advocate Dali Mpofu to Parliament's Ethics Committee. Earlier, Busisiwe Mkhwebane's advocate made threatening remarks to the committee chair, Richard Dyantyi. Let's get a breakdown of what transpired from our reporter, Athi Mtonga, joining us now live from Cape Town. Athi, good afternoon to you. It was very dramatic to watch. What happened?
Well, it's something that we are used to in this impeachment inquiry, really, Stephen, to put it quite realistically, because we've seen how the Public Protector's Legal Counsel has accused the chairperson of being biased throughout this process. And so we've also heard from MPs also raising concern about the conduct of the legal counsel for the Public Protector, but on the other hand, he's arguing that he's been treated unfairly. But I do want to remind you, Stephen, of the developments that happened today, in as much as, of course, we heard that exchange between Advocate Dali Mpofu and the chairperson, Dyantyi. He mentioned, Advocate Dali Mpofu, that is, that the Public Protector was ill today and so she could not be present during her impeachment inquiry. She was subsequently taken to a doctor for medical treatment, and that was something new for the inquiry, because there's not a time where she has not been present during these hearings. So that was something new that we witnessed today. And then he proceeded to inform the inquiry that the President has now joined the Democratic Alliance in the appeal application at the Constitutional Court, appealing the decision, the judgment of the Western Cape High Court, which set aside the suspension of Advocate Busisiwe Mkhwebane, of course, pending the outcome of the Constitutional Court. But speaking to some of the developments that happened today, let's listen to some of the exchanges that took place.
So there's no need for to misrepresent me and then mute me when I'm trying to correct you.
Can you please respond to the clarity sought?
No, I must first respond to you.
Why should you respond to the clarity sought?
Well,
all over the place with you. There's a specific question that I've given you an opportunity to respond to, not all the things that you are saying.
But
respond to the clarity sought.
Okay, so you say to me, I've made an accusation and you don't want me to respond. What kind of fairness is that?
You've already made that point. Please respond to the clarity sought, Advocate Mpofu.
You know, Mr. Dyantyi.
On a point of order, Chair.
Yeah. You're going to regret this, I'm telling you now.
Please
on a point of order, Chair.
Your day will come.
Chairperson, anyway, on a point of order.
I don't know what the problem is for the other ones here, because they know that when this alleged threat, I already withdrew it and I said it's a promise, it's not a threat here. So I don't know what they are going on about, but they can do whatever they are threatening to do. Yeah. I think the threat is what they are doing to me, not the one that I can't be threatened with the Powers and Privileges Act, but they can do whatever they want to do about it. Yeah. Where I come from, they say, you beat the dog until the master comes out. Yeah.
Another development in the impeachment inquiry today, Stephen, and something worth noting is, of course, the issue that I mentioned, the President joining the Democratic Alliance in the appeal application. Advocate Dali Mpofu also mentioned that other parties are also joining this particular case, by the likes of the UDM, the ATM, and the PAC. And in this case, we are obviously presuming that they will be backing the Public Protector, because the President then is backing the Democratic Alliance in that they don't want her to return to office. So those are key developments that came out from the hearings today. And it's also important to note then, Stephen, that on Friday, 3 justices at the Western Cape High Court will be hearing the urgent court application that Advocate Dali Mpofu and his counsel are busy with at the moment. They've been inundated with preparing court papers. For example, on Sunday, the President president also compiled his papers through his lawyers, also joining the DA. And then on Monday, yesterday again, they sent papers to Advocate Dali Mpofu, which he had to respond to before 9 a.m. today. And so it is on those grounds that he asked the chairperson and the inquiry that they not be present during this week's hearings, because they have so much to prepare for in terms of court documents ahead of Friday, and of course that case which he has dubbed the biggest case in South Africa, which will be heard at the Apex Court, considering that it involves the president and the public protector, that of course them appealing the decision of the Western Cape High Court.
Athi, I have to tell you, I've watched politics and I've watched the law for many years. I don't think I've ever seen an advocate in Parliament threatening an MP like we saw with Dali Mpofu there. Has this tension been brewing for a while? It seems like it.
Well, we heard the MPs in the Section 194 rebutting and raising concern about the tone that Advocate Dali Mpofu used and the threats that they have noted from Advocate Dali Mpofu, saying that they're raising the Powers and Privileges Act within Parliament, that no member of Parliament should be threatened. But in that exchange, we heard then Advocate Dali Mpofu, as they've played it now for our viewers to hear, how he said that he's not acceptive of the way the chairperson has conducted himself, and then the chairperson subsequently asking, "Are you then threatening me?" And then he responded by saying yes, and then he subsequently took back what he said, saying that, well, this is something that I'm putting before you, not necessarily as a threat. But those are things that we've been hearing in this committee, but we haven't actually heard a threat like the one that we've heard today coming from the legal counsel for the public protector. And so the MPs are saying that they want that particular matter to be investigated in Parliament.
Athi Mtonga, thank you very much indeed for that live update from Cape Town.